Hey guys, we're back. Just wanted to give you an update on how things are going. So lately I've just been trying to get a job, internship, shadow, something of the sort. I've been submitting my resume and applying to a lot of different places. So we'll see how it goes. But today I went to a seminar that was hosted by the Hygeia Homeopathic Clinic. It's actually by the doctor that I shadowed last summer. And so I got one of their emails and saw that they are having this seminar on thermography with a special doctor, Dr. Michael Einsom, who actually created the Thermography Center of Dallas, and he's trained and certified in all sorts of different types of natural holistic medicines. He's really amazing. I'm really excited to hopefully work with him. We'll see. I'm going to try to shadow with Dr. Shudaran, who I shadowed with last summer. They're going to be doing a collaborative, so hopefully I can do that. He said, I asked him about actually doing an internship or shadowing with him at like the Thermography Center or another doctor even, but I guess I'm not exactly sure how the process works there, but he said it would be difficult, so I'm not sure exactly how that goes. It's different than just like a regular doctor's appointment. So I'm just going to tell you about what I learned today. So basically thermography is measuring the heat patterns in a person's body. So previously there was camera thermography, but that was only like the surface level temperatures. But this type of RT thermography actually can measure the temperatures of your organs inside of you and the different systems, like your circulatory or your lymphatic system. So he talked a lot about that. He says that it always reveals the cause of any condition. Sorry, I'm just referencing my notes from today. So that's really amazing because you can have like an ear infection, or you can have like chronic allergies, something, anything really. And you think that maybe your allergies go away for like 10 years, but there's still like the main cause of it is still inside of you and hasn't been treated. So thermography can tell you exactly where this problem is. And what's really interesting is that it can identify problems 7 to 10 years before other medical tests. So for example, like for breast cancer, thermography can detect cancer cells 7 to 10 years before they would show up on a mammogram. And another interesting thing that he said was 80 to 85% of disease starts in the mouth. So he was mainly talking about how your teeth and the health of your mouth affects the rest of your body. He said that every tooth is related to a spinal vertebrate, or like not a vertebrate, but like a different part of your spine. Which is really interesting. Dr. Shudaran, she said that she got the thermography done and found she's very like healthy. She's a doctor. She does what she practices. And she expected everything to come out clean, but there are actually problem areas. And one of them she saw was like in her teeth and her mouth. And it was actually because her back was slightly misaligned. And so that caused other problems. And then she also said the other issues were emotional issues. So if you have any like any emotional issues like stress, anxiety, depression, any like grudges or emotions that you're just holding onto really tightly, it can take root in your body because each emotion is actually tied to different organs. So like anxiety is tied to your heart and your stomach. So like, you know, when you're stressed about something, when you're nervous, it affects your heart because your heart starts racing. So there's correlation. It goes both ways. Your organs can affect your mental health, and your mental health can affect your physical body. He also mentioned that we have known since, I didn't know that it was since the 1990s. I knew that mammograms were actually harmful, but we've known that mammograms can actually cause cancer, which is wild. No one, I guess, should be using them anymore. Instead, I would definitely go to thermography to get screened instead of a mammogram. So as I said before, the teeth communicate with the rest of the body He also talked about the definition of a doctor, and the first part means to teach, and the second part is to lead out from within, which is really powerful. I think a lot of doctors, they don't do what they practice, and how can you tell your patients to do one thing and then you do another? You need to show from yourself. You need to be healthy yourself in order to treat other people, I believe. He also talked about a heavy metal test that they use an oligoscan, and it tests for heavy metals in different parts of your body. It's kind of stressful what he was talking about, because these heavy metals are found all around us in the air. In one county was like #1 for lead poisoning in the air. Like, you can't protect yourself from that. And really, it's just everywhere, and we got to be as clean as we possibly can. Even organic fruits and vegetables, organic just means that they haven't used like all the harmful pesticides and herbicides, all that, on the plants, but they're still subject to heavy metals. And he talked about how heavy metals actually change your body from being alkaline to acidic. And so this is, a lot of people know about like alkaline diets and stuff, and how they can help your health. And so cancer can only live in an acidic environment. So if your body's alkaline, you really cannot get cancer, because you're mostly made of water, and water is alkaline. He did touch on vaccines, about how they have a lot of heavy metals in them, and how he has basically just treated a lot of different patients using thermography, and he won't see patients without them having a thermography scan and a oligoscan, which is really interesting. I really wish I could shadow or intern, just be in the environment and start learning just from observing. I would love it, because he knows so much. He has 30 years of experience. He learned in Europe, in India. He knows all sorts of alternative medicine techniques, and but it was really interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to work with him and Dr. Shriharan again this summer. And yeah, I'm just listening and learning about this stuff really motivates me and gets me excited. And he was just a really cool doctor, because he's not in it for the money. He mentioned about how like thermography, you don't really make a lot of money just off of thermography, but like you do it because you care about people. So catch you next time. Thanks for listening.